Hi everybody, this is Mr. Gallagher in room 103, in case anyone outside of my classroom is seeing this. I'm starting a video series of parts of the building and routines in the building, so you have a sense of what it looks like, not just our talking about it. This is one of the entrances into the playground. The gate is locked right now, but in the mornings when students come into school, this gate would be pushed open and people walk into the gate and then come out to the playground. The buses line up here, and then they would stop, pull in when everyone is seated and listening to the driver. Then the driver opens the door and then people come in. Other people are walking. Some people have driven up with their families, with their vehicles, and then they walk in this way. So I'm just going to show you a walk-in and a practice of what it looks like when regular school in building happens. People walk into the playground like this. We have a very big playground right here. There's a big field in the back right now that is being repaired. There's a big play structure over there. There's a map of the United States of America on the ground. Our building is over here. The covered area is here. And then there's, on a regular school day, lots and lots of people will be here, students and families. I'll show you where we will begin. When people come in, they come over to this area. And then each of the lines here you see on the playground surface are places where classes are lining up, first graders and kindergartners. Our line is here. Most of the time it's been here, it may change. On the first days of school, cones like that are over here with big signs that help people see where the lines are. There'd be a pole with a flag on it and a room number and the teacher's names. In the past, most of the time, my line has been here. If it changes, I would tell you. There's a white, kind of faded paint line right here. And this is the place where you would put your backpack or stand. Some people come in and they put their backpack behind the person in front of them. Then they leave their backpack safely, and then they go play. They look for friends, go to the play structure, run to the back, or walk around. Other people come in with their backpack and they just stand on the white line and then wait until they hear the bell or the teachers come out of the building. You can choose, depending on the time, depending on the weather, depending on what you're feeling that day. When the teachers do come out of the building, we come over, we walk along and say hello to people, we say hello to the grown-ups who brought you to school today. And then teachers watch each other. It's crowded. At that point, many people are here ready for school to begin. And then the teachers are watching each other, and we might say, oh, you can go, I'll go next, or I'll wait, or my turn. Teachers will let you know. And then we will just have you begin to walk in. Some classes, our class has jobs. Some classes have jobs. Line leader is one of those jobs. And I might come out and say the names of the one or two line leaders and bring them to the front of the line. Then I would just begin to walk backwards. I walk backwards a lot at school. And then I'm just checking. I'm watching the back of the line. We're waving bye to people. And then we're walking into the building. Other classes might start walking towards us. We might wait for them to go. Or we might keep going. I'll make all of those judgments. You just need to follow me and watch where I'm going. And then we go into the doorway here. As we get close to the doorway, I will then say, door please, and then that means the person whose job it is to hold the door would do this, and I'll show you, and then my friend Mr. Silver is going to demonstrate it for us. The person who holds the door opens this door. We go in on this door, the door on the left, and then they push it back. They don't stand back here and hold it. That would be unsafe. They stand in front of the door and lean against it. They spread their feet a little bit so they can be stable, and then they just lean against it like this and wait for our class to go through. They need to watch the back of the line to be sure they're seeing all of their classmates and not close the door too early. And then watch to be sure that the last person comes in. And I will stand there and help and watch and point and remind. And then when they see their last person walk in, then they can leave the door. Sometimes another student might be waiting here. for the next class. So the next class's door holder might be standing here, and they will take the door from you if you are the door holder, and then you walk into the building. We walk into the hallway, and then we walk over to our doorway. Okay? Great, let's go. I'm going to have Mr. Silverman just trade spaces with me for a minute, and then lead you in. Okay, so right now, Mr. Silverman, you can see his legs are spread a little bit apart. He's using his strong back to push back against the door. The door is just against the building, and then we're letting people walk in. And then people will walk in and come into the building. Here's our hallway. There's a big door here, and there's a big door here. Those are usually open. If it's a cold time of the year, those might be closed, and we'd have a second door person help. And then we walk into the hallway, and then the second door holder would hold that door open before we go into the room, and then our day would begin. Our class usually has 2 door holders because we often pass by 2 doors very quickly. The first door holder would be back over there, holding that one open. And so our line doesn't have to stop and wait for them to be finished. The second door holder would hold this door open for us as we then walk into the room. And then we put things away and start our day. Okay, welcome to room 103.